Good morning, guys. It is Monday the 29th of January. Please excuse my hair. It is about 8:15 in the morning. So the plan for today, if it wasn't raining, I was going to go and fence one of our fields because we need to put some young stock back out, so they're not in the shed. So yeah, I was going to go fencing and the plans have now changed. Try not to show the badge of my jacket. But I've just got to the sheep and I'm just checking if there's any lambing, which there isn't. So we were actually due to lamb yesterday. However, hi boys, I don't think that's going to happen today. So I'm just going to make sure they've all got water, make sure they've all got feeds, and just give them a check over. So Dolly was actually due to lamb yesterday. That was our planning. So obviously we didn't scan, but she doesn't look like she's going to lamb anytime soon. So could be a long waiting game. I guess that's the problem with having such small amount of numbers of sheep. You're just waiting all the time. And waiting to see what's going to happen. So yeah, I'm just gonna feed them, morning those, and muck out. I'll show you now. This year I was meant to start lambing yesterday and nothing. I'm not sure she's in lamb anymore. I don't know. She hasn't got a bag, but she has got a sort of a bag. And then I'm going to muck out all this again. I literally did it 2 days ago and they are very messy, so I'm going to quickly do that and then feed her. However, she looks like her belly's dropped, so I don't know if that means she's in lamb. I'm not too sure. She wants some food at the moment, so I can't really check because she'll try and attack me. But this area, as you can see, so from here is bedding backwards, and we've left a bit concrete. Obviously, we have a ring feeder in here, but we've left this concrete, we'll try to, so they don't get real soft feet. And I'm planning on putting maybe 3 or 4 lambing pens just here. But yeah, I'm going to get that mucked out. So, as you can see, much better. They have just scattered their new bedding around, but that's them mucked out at the front. Haylage has been pushed around the side so they can get it. I'll give them some nuts in a minute. And they've just been bedded up with fresh straw. That's one pen mucked out. I've got to feed the tops, who you can see here. He is patiently waiting. He's like, give me my breakfast, please. Feed the tops. I've then got to muck all of this out. I've taken my jacket off. It's getting a bit warm. It's raining outside, but it's warm in here. So yeah, clean all this muck up, put it on the muck heap. Unfortunately, I don't have a wheelbarrow, so I'm doing it spade by spade, which isn't ideal, but hey, it's what you get when you farm old ways. Feed me young stock who are over in this pen. So, on that story, you'll have to excuse Alda. On that story, I can't remember if I've said it in my last vlog or not. Anywho, I'm going to tell you again. We decided to bring in our young stock. Reason being, they weren't having any grass. There was no grass for them to eat at their piece of land. So we had no choice but to bring them in, so they are right there. It's also easier for me to check all the sheep. So while I'm checking our yows, who are due to lamb very soon, it means I could check on the young stock. Yeah, it just makes it all easier, and I'd rather not have any deaths because they're hungry. So they're on haylage, lamb pellets, and they're doing really well, if I'm honest with you. They're just munching away nicely. So these are going to be our breeding yows. They'll be put to the top this August, September time, if they're big enough. I don't think they are going to be. I'm not too sure. They're not as big as our last batch were. But yeah, it's just one of those. But yeah, just thought I'd give you a bit of an update. So I'm going to muck this out and then I'm going to get back to you because it's a bit of a hard job mucking this out by spade. It would be easy if I had a fork, you know, but beggars can be choosers nowadays. So need to get some nuts every day. They were in separate pens, but our new top decided to trash them all. So I've set up this little pen here. It keeps pushing out, unfortunately. This is where some of our lambs are hoping to be. It's one of the lambing pens, but this bloody top keeps pushing everything away. So I need to figure out what to do in that corner. But yeah, let's give these some cake. This is Alder. He's a purebred Suffolk. He was a top lamb when we put him to all of our yows. So he'll be a one crop this year, hopefully. He's a 5-year-old, an older top that we brought from another farm, and he's proven. So we're going to be putting him to all of our mules and any of the ones that have lambed this year, whereas Alder, he's a bit lean at the moment because he served 40 hours as a top lamb, but he'll be going to our shearlings, so all of our hogs, gimmers, that will be going to the top, because he is rather much smaller than big Goliath over there. But yeah, just going to give these some cake, and then I'm going to go and feed. So yeah, I'm going to give these boys some cake, and then I am going to go and feed Dolly's group, who I just mucked out, and then I'll feed the lambs. If they need haylage, I'll give them haylage, etc. Yeah, this is just basically what every morning consists of right now, because we're preparing for lambing and it's coming very slowly. But yeah, keeping my jacket off because it's too warm and I'm sweating in this, but my hair is an absolute disaster today, so let's ignore that. Let's just crack on. So water refill times by 4 troughs. It's about 3 of these per guys, I am now back home. Yes, I told you my hair was a mess, didn't I? I literally told you. Anywho, that is all the sheep sorted. So you're probably wondering, Chloe, why didn't you scan? It would have made your life a whole lot easier. Yes, I agree. Life would have been a lot easier. This is Biani, by the way, and I've got straw in my hair. Brilliant. Yeah, life would have been a whole lot easier if we did scan. However, trying to find someone to scan for a small flock, number A, is bloody hard, and then having to fork out double scanning because we've scanned in 2 batches. So our mules and our Welsh Mountains that we brought in last year from John Wood Livestock, they went to the top, I'd say about 6 to 8 weeks after he'd seen Dolly. Nah, maybe it was about 4 weeks after he'd seen the Gimmers and the Cheviot. And we did that because A, we didn't want to mix our Gimmers up with older yows that we'd brought in, and B, it was so that we could keep track on what's what, etc. Dolly went to the top in August and she got seen by the top. It was the end of August that the top went in with Dolly's group, the Suffolks and the Cheviots. We had a crayon on him at first and we saw no markings. So we were like, is he doing his job? Is he not? We don't know. So we then decided to use Radol, which is basically a powder that you mix with oil. So we use vegetable oil. And he served Dolly on the 3rd of September. So, if you figure that out, she should have lambed yesterday. However, she hasn't quite finished bagging up. I'm not a pro, so we're just taking it as we go. I have felt her stomach and it is hard, and by some advice from one of our friends, they've got a hard stomach, so she should be in lamb, and recently her belly has dropped lower. So, from my experience lambing previously, that means she should be close. So, yes, lambing could be a very long process, which is not what we wanted. Next year we will definitely be scanning and I'll be making sure of it, because I literally am not going to be lambing for 3 months on end. Because April I am away lambing for someone else up in Perthshire in Scotland. I wish it was Australia. So we kind of need to be finished wrapping up end of March, because Ben can look after lambs, etc. And if he needs to, he can bring them home. But yeah, it's just a bit of a, I'm getting a little bit stressed out right now because we haven't started lambing. But I need to calm myself down. But I really hope you guys are enjoying the sheep farming side of my YouTube. Obviously, I started off doing like mental health stuff, makeup shite. Excuse my French, but I do not wear makeup anymore. I don't even pluck my eyebrows. So yeah, but I am enjoying filming all of this stuff. It's quite fun. I enjoy it, and it's also nice to look back on what we were doing. Like, yeah, but I am going to start filming my farming journey and how I've got to this point of having sheep. After 4 years of Ben saying, no, we are never having sheep, they do not listen, to now having almost 100 sheep. So yeah, we've come a long way in 4 years. I've been looking on the market for farms, and there is bugger all. There's nothing to rent, there's farms to buy, but please tell me you have £3 million and send it over to me. Thank you very much, much appreciated. Good morning, guys. It is a new day. It is Wednesday the 31st of January. Yes, it's the last day of the month. How crazy is that? So, finished milking, had milking this morning at a farm I've relief milk at. And Ben came on the quad bike to this farm, checked stock, and he found a Welshie who has been topped, but she doesn't feel like she's in lamb. Found her down. He thought, right, she's got a lamb somewhere. She's relaxing. No. She's not doing very well. I don't know what it is. It's these batch of sheep we've had so many problems with. Like our Suffolks and that, we've had no issues whatsoever. They've literally been amazing to deal with. They've made our life so easy. And then we go and buy mules in Welsh mountains, and our life's been turned upside down. She's got a little bit of pneumonia, we believe. Unfortunately, where their clamp is, which the sheep are in there, we've kind of put IBCs across to stop a bit of a draft and to stop them escaping. However, the wind is getting over the walls and into there, and obviously because it's so open, it's like a whirlpool of wind. So she's ended up with pneumonia, which is treatable. We can treat that, etc. So we've put a calf coat on her because she was shivering a little bit. She's cold. So Ben's had a calf coat that we've never had use for. We were literally just about to give it to the farm because we don't use it. We don't have cows. And then he was like, oh, where's my calf coat? We'll chuck that on her. So anyway, sorry guys, new day, new rant. Anyway, she's got a calf coat on her. She's at home on our drive in the trailer, and we're just keeping an eye on her. Well, car's now shaking, but yeah, I've just mucked out the front of the Gimmers pens again. It's literally gonna have to be an everyday occurrence, I think, because let me show you the little muck heap. This pile here, that small pile, you can't see it. Anyway, that pile there, literally that one, is just from this morning. That I mucked out. They are very messy. I've got haylage down my top. Typical. You've got to love being a woman, the things you find down your top. Yeah, so they're all sorted. Top's been fed. I've got some haylage in the back for this yow. And I've got buckets at home to give her water, etc. But literally, when you have your own sheep, it is very stressful, and no wonder I've got some grey hairs coming. Literally, I won't talk about that right now. Yeah, 25 with about 20 grey hairs. It's just brilliant. Loving my life right now. Enough of the ranting. I've got to come back again later anyway. I need to give them more haylage. I'm just trying to make sure that they eat whatever's left, because I'm constantly topping up. They're leaving all the old bits that they don't want. Oh, there's one having a scratch. Lovely jubbly. She looks like she's enjoying that. Yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that they eat it down, and then I'll refill it, because we're going to end up with so much wastage, and wastage is money, as Tom Pemberton said. You do not want wastage. So I can't actually remember if I told you or not, but when I went, I can't actually remember what I told you guys. Basically, I lived in Cheshire for 3 months and I moved back up here. Anywho, while I was down in Cheshire, I drove tractors, and it clicked in my mind, I really enjoy driving tractors. The only problem is I'm a beginner and I'm not highly experienced driving tractors, so trying to find someone that would take me on to be able to learn is literally, like, it's impossible. No one wants to take on new people because it takes time, and then it's money that they're paying you to actually learn to do the job. However, bit of a rant again, I'm loving ranting recently. I have applied for a job in Lincolnshire. It's only a seasonal harvest job, but it would be driving tractors during harvest time. But I've made a step, I've applied for it, so you never know if you don't try. Yeah, I just wanted to say I've applied for the tractor job, and I'm putting it out there because I want it to happen. So yeah, but I'm still looking. So if you know anybody wanting a tractor driver who is willing to teach me, obviously I can drive slurry tankers, only small ones, and I can cart muck, etc. It's just all new experience, and I just like to, I want to do tractor driving. I love sheep and I love tractors, so that's what I'm going to put my passion towards, and that's what I'm going to do, one way or another. If that means buying my own tractor, I will buy my own tractor and teach myself. Oh, she's getting up. Right, obviously sheep don't wear coats, but that's a good sign she's up, and she's actually quite stable on her legs. Oh, thank goodness. But keep her in here for a little bit. I'm gonna go and get her some water and just make sure she's all right. But this is what you get for buying Welsh Mountains here. Good morning. It is now Friday the 2nd of February. Still no lambs. However, going from the dates, we think we actually got our dates wrong. So they'll be due like next week sometime, maximum middle of May, February. Oh my goodness, what is life? I'm just getting all my months mixed up. It's awfully windy outside and it's a wee bit breezy. I've fed them all cake, I've mucked out this pen, I've just done my daily jobs, and yeah, that's pretty much my job's done. It's just gone past 8 o'clock, so yeah, you kind of pick up a routine and then you get a little bit faster every day, doing all the odd jobs, and then it gives you more time to check your yows. So I'll just show you them now. So this group still no babies, however some of their bellies, like this Cheviot, her stomach has dropped, which I'm guessing that means she's gonna lamb anytime soon. This one at the back, her stomach has dropped, so I'm hoping that we start having some babies. And I'll just take you over to our makeshift pen for our young stock. They've just had some cake, and they're doing okay, apart from this one here. She went a bit poorly. Oh no, this one here, she went a bit poorly, but she's thriving again, and you can tell she's stripping off her wool. She's getting better slowly, but yeah, doing well. The Welsh I had to take home. She's much better, and I will be bringing her back maybe this afternoon, tomorrow morning, but we need to try and find some more haylage or silage for our sheep, because we have, as you can see, just ran out last night. So yeah, but apart from that, everything else is all groovy. See, there's some mules in here that look like they are heavily pleasant. Like that one there, she's good. This one, however, she's not good. Just by looking at her. Same with that one. She doesn't look good to me, but we will soon see. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly sign off because I realised I haven't done it. I was just editing it. It's not a very long one. Nothing really exciting is happening at the moment with the sheep. Like I said, I'm hoping that they start lambing soon, but they're gimmers, so I'm not sure if they're holding on a bit to the babies, and yeah, I don't know. We don't know what's going on. We should have scanned, but hey, it's too late to scan now. Yeah, but I just thought I'd give you a quick update before I say goodbye. Thank you for all the love on my recent videos. I have literally been loving doing this. So yeah, expect some lambing videos from me if we have any lambs. See you in my next one, guys. I do apologise you've seen an awful lot of this and not too much sheep. However, yeah, you better get used to it because I talk for bloody England. Yeah, but don't forget to support your farmers. Hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell for notifications when I next upload. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Ta-da for now.